welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, joined tonight by Chris Gilbert, and we're here in the Collins Moylan Arena for the home opener of the Greenfield Greenwave ice hockey team. We've been looking forward to this for a little while now, Chris, and we've heard some good things coming out from their away games for Greenwave. 3-0 to start the season, and in what I've been told has been a tougher conference here. They've stepped up their level of play, and they're showing up to these games. Undefeated so far coming into their home opener. On the other end of the ice, wearing the black and orange today, is the Gardner Wildcats. They have had a bit of a rougher start to their year, 0-2. But the story that we're going to be going with here, Chris, is that it was a 5-3 game in favor of Gardner last year when these teams last met.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking to the few players on the team this year and with the coach, Adam Bouchard, for the Greenfield Greenwave. This whole team didn't like the way last season ended, and they came out with a fire this year. Like you said, 3-0 so far, 1-0 in that new Barrie division. They moved up from the right division last year. This team's playing very, very well, both ends. They're scoring lots of goals, and then Cooper Smith's been super solid in net. And I think they're on to something special here, and we'll see how they fare against the Wildcats.
Yeah, Smith starting in goal tonight, wearing number 31 for the Green Wave. And then on the other side of the ice, it's Cohen Valou, who is wearing the same 31. So we're going to go down onto the rink now for the national anthem and the starting lineups of these two teams.
Good evening. Welcome to Collins Moylan Arena for today's matchup between Gardner High School Wildcats and your home team, the Greenwave Greenfield. Both schools are proud members of the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association, where proper sportsmanship should be practiced at all times. All parties are asked to please refrain from making derogatory remarks, comments, or judgments to players, coaches, officials, and other spectators. We thank you for your cooperation. Please advise that state law prohibits smoking and the use of all tobacco products on the premises. Also, we would appreciate everyone doing their part to keep the rink clean by using the trash receptacles. And now for tonight's opening lineups. For the Gardner Wildcats, at forward, number 9, Jaden Patel. At forward, number 15, Josh Goddard. At forward, number 5, Colin White. Defenseman, number 2, Hunter Barlow. Defenseman, number 12, Jack Phillips. Goal, number 31, Colin Baloo. The
All right, and here we go, Chris. Helmets getting back on for both teams. And no surprise from the starting five there for Gardner, as we said when they were announcing it. Those are two for the forwards, two captains, one assistant captain, and I think there was, an assistant captain on defense in there as well.
Yeah, should be a solid first lineup for these both these teams. Looking for a Greenwave to get off to a fast start. Be nice if I can see them clean up on those penalty minutes. They've been able to get away with those first few games, but as you start getting up against tougher competition, they're going to make you pay for those penalty minutes. So it'd be nice to see them clean things up a little bit, but they've been scoring at will for the most part in the first three games, and I expect nothing will change here this evening, but we'll see as they line it up here pretty soon.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be more a question of how Gardner is going to come into this game here. They came off of a win the last time that they faced them, and they might have that in their mind, but how are they going to play to that, right? Are you going to come in here expecting to be able to play relatively the same and get a win, or are you going to have to push things a little bit more?
Yeah, we'll see. Both teams, I'm sure, are going to want to set their own tone and kind of play their style of hockey, and then it's up the other team to kind of force them back the other way. But we'll see as things get underway here.
And we're going to have a face-off right off of the opening face-off. There's an offside call. Send both guys out. Now it's going to be Chaser Onick stepping in for Greenwave. It's won by him. Taken to his left and dumped into the offensive zone for Greenfield. Round the boards. Goes through the skates. I believe that was Laurie who had it, almost. And now moving quickly, taking a check on the near side.
That was Anson Ferner taking a big hit in the side there. Recovering nicely, though.
Grappling on the near side. And now Gardner controls, dumps it into their offensive zone for an icing, it looks like.
Yeah, seems like Gardner's coming out pretty aggressive, getting after it, putting some players into the boards.
A little bit too hasty on the opening face-off too, Chris. They drew it offside right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm sure emotions are running high for both teams. They'll settle in here soon.
Face-off on the right dot, won by Greenwave, slung across by Porter Hall. Now in the the left corner. Shot on goal is going to go wide to the right. Kept in the zone by Hall. He sends it just wide to the left. Not sure if Alo got a pad on it or not. And now Gardner to respond. They dump it in. Brought up by Crotty, who shoots it into the air. Chipped up. Yeah, loose. Almost got to the grease, and now it's cleared out by Greenwave.
Yeah, those are always dangerous when you get a loose puck in front of the net like that and a lot of bodies. It's there for anybody to pick up. Greenfield did a nice job kicking it out of the zone. Oh, big hit there. That was Matt Garvin laying it down.
Garvin's been off to a hot start so far this season, Chris. He, I believe, is leading the team in points. Yes, he is. 10 right now. 5 goals, 5 assists. as that was not him delivering a hit. That was Bennett on the near corner. But now Jurek loses the puck there. Could have had some more motion forward, but thought that it got sent behind him. Now he takes it up on the left wing, dumps it to Zaranig, but it ends up in the far corner. He delivers a check, and now Gardner loses the puck, trying to stay on sides, and they do. Wrist shot sent away by Smith. Now behind the goal, pass intercepted there by Zaranig. Battling for it in the corner. And a glove save from Smith will calm things down here in the Collins Moylan Arena.
Yeah, Gardner's got their opportunities here, but Cooper Smith's always in net. Making a few nice saves already.
Only let in 3 goals so far in their 3 games in the season. So he's been really solid. Players talking to each other on Greenfield. And now the face-off kept by Greenwave. They'll play it up the boards. Big hit taken from Prunier.
Yep.
And now he's there behind the net to play it. Takes another check.
Oh, man.
And now plenty of bodies going down behind the net there. Smith trying to stay aware of what's going on behind him. Another hit on the boards. And coming out on top is Jack Laurie. Wrist shot goes high, making Velo flash the leather. And now it's coming the other way, fast. Centering pass, wrist shot, blocked. And now sent on goal wide to his right. That was Ciano. Now, a couple bodies in the way for Lowry. Fighting for, that's Jurek, it looks like. And now it's played back out. Lowry's back to cover it. Cycling forward. That's Garvin. Makes a move past the first line, and now it's dumped back in for an icing. It's going to be a face-off to Velo's right, our left. Cleared out by the Wildcats and dumped back in. No icing called there. Sent up the boards by the Wildcats. Hall there to cover. Sends it to the left side. Jurek leading the charge. Grappling on his stick, takes it to his right. He's forced there and now pinned. Petrin moving up high for his defenseman position. And now the scrum in the corner, broken up. Petrin falls down. Looked like he got a stick on it, though. And now taking a hit in the middle of the ice was Zaranig. Petrin plays it over to Hall. Hall dumps it forward, past the red line, and now around the boards from Jurek. Gardner is there. Fight in the corner. Now it's popped out, covered by Lowry. The shot, he fanned on it, and it's sent behind the net. Ends up on goal. Velo has to make a save. And now off the boards, or even the glass, actually. Barlow down very low as a defenseman, and now it's sent off the boards. Down he goes, and now Lowry one-on-one here. Now a 2-on-1, joined by his teammate, and Velo covers it up.
Both teams coming out real physical here in the first period. Be interesting to see how long they can keep that up. That's where that preseason conditioning comes into play.
Yeah. A lot of energy and a lot of things to prove here in the early minutes. We're already 5 deep in the first period. Face-off won by the Wave. Dumped down low. Bauman circling, brings it back up top, and now dumps it behind him for Ciano. And it's going to be picked up, tries to be deflected off the boards to himself. That was Richard. on the play, and now Gardner struggling to get it out of their own zone, and they finally do, but it's stopped in the neutral zone. Nice handles from Ciano. Shot sent down by Velo, and a player goes down from Gardner around the backboards and out of the offensive zone for Greenfield. Prunier sends it up. Beckwith, and now in the crease, pop back out. Ciano in pursuit, but Gardner controls out of their zone and no one there to receive it. Looked like it got past the intended target, which was Josh Karate. Garvin to take the face-off on the left dot. Sent around the boards, picked up by Jurek. Tried the centering pass, but it was deflected back into the left corner. Popped up on the clear, sent around again. Wildcats getting pinned down to their own end right now. Now Jurek, close range shot, and a stick goes flying. That's Karate without a stick right now, and then he picks it up behind the play. Gardner keeps it in their zone with a nice effort. Stuck against the boards. Karate, the pass, and gloved down calmly by Cooper Smith, who flashes it back in Karate's face.
Yeah, both teams just kind of feeling each other out at the moment.
Yeah.
Pretty equal matchup here so far. Not a whole lot of quality scoring opportunities, but people trying to put it on net and seeing if maybe they can sneak one in.
Yeah, it's definitely been more offensive zone time for Greenwave so far, Chris. But like you said, not very good chances for them.
No, not quite, but you keep putting it out of there, and one of these times it's going to slip in. So,
and Beckwith moving with speed across the blue line, finds his man, the shot saved.
It's open too, yeah.
Looked like he was actually looking for a pass to hit that open net, but Below makes a nice stand. And Beckwith takes a big hit right at center ice. Gardner recovers behind Velo, and they send it up and out of their zone. Carried by one of their captains, Cullen White. And a penalty is going to be called here, it looks like. Or no, it's offside. It looked like the official was motioning towards Ciano, but he was not.
Just had a few words.
Yeah. Garvin wins the face-off for Greenfield, and it's sent up on the right side by Larry into the Greenfield bench. .735 left in the period, Chris, and I think we're definitely going to see some higher percentage chances for both of these teams once we hit the second period. This has definitely been a lot of feeling each other out.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll see that for most games. It's these both teams try to figure each other out, trying to figure out how to attack each other, and once they figure it out, that's when they'll start to. Nice shot there.
Shot turned aside there, yeah.
Oh,
and that is not going to be called for a foul. Thought it might be as Lowry gets knocked down, but a couple saves coming from Smith. And now Greenwave going in transition, taken on the right side by Jurek, makes a nice cut, and he loses the puck. Gets right back on it though, delivers a check on the boards. And it's taken up on their right, now moving to the left. Slowly across and around the board. Smith tried to play it behind the net, but didn't have the stick for it. Now it's Jurek. Up to Zoronig, and a line change will happen here for Greenfield. 6:30 to go in the period. Maybe a chance here for Lowry if he can get a stick on it, but he sends it wide. Now an opening in the front. Velo!
Hey!
He scores!
There it is. Yeah, it looked like goalie had a lot of traffic there in front of him, and they just happened to have get a stick on it and put it in there. So 1-0 Greenfield Green Wave, off to a good start here.
Or not.
They call no goal.
I was waiting for a motion from the official, and I wasn't sure if I saw it. There is no goal. It was saved by Velo in a very impressive effort.
Huh.
Wrist shot, gloved. But that's a great job from Colin Velo. You got to give him plenty of credit for that, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of tough to see down there in the corner with all the traffic in front of him, but apparently the linesman had a good eye on it, and no goal apparently. So back to 0-0.
Yeah.
I'll wait to throw chicken on the ice for the next one.
Waiting for, seems to be an equipment issue for Velo there. But he's suited back up, and the face-off is ready. Won by Greenfield, back up top to Hall, moving one-timer there. Is sent high. And now Wildcats send it out of the zone, but it's dumped right back in by Porter Hall. And Hall is there to receive it again. They've been favoring that right side of the rink on their clears, it seems. And he's been ready for him.
Back to Hall again.
Hall on the coverage, delivers a hit. Puck is loose, dumped into the zone, and Petron's there to cover it this time on the left side. Nice pass off the boards, didn't quite connect with Beckwith, but now it's punched off the glass, played back by the Wildcats and over to the left side of the ice. Behind the net, plenty of hits coming from Greenwave on the forecheck. And now Ciano controls, sends it off the boards. Behind the net, it's Bauman. Looking for some help on the scrum, but it's popped out by the Wildcats and sent out of the zone. Underneath the official, and it goes all the way around the boards. Gardner gets to it first and sends it back the other way, or no, it's picked off. Loose in front of the net, and the backhand try from Cam Hopkins didn't go.
Yeah, that was impressive. Green Wave was on a line change, only had two guys down there.
Yeah.
And somehow was able to maintain control of the puck and actually get it out in front.
Now Cam Hopkins, number 12 on Green Wave, the only other player besides Cooper Smith who's from Athol this year. Most of the players coming from Franklin Tech and a sprinkling from Greenfield and Frontier Regional. Last year we had a player from Turner's Falls. That was Derek Wisman.
Yes.
He graduated, though, as that shot is turned aside smoothly by Velo, kept in the zone, and now chasing it back is Anson Prunier. Kept in the Gardner's end for the time being, but Lowry brings it back out in the neutral zone. Picked up by Jake Jurek. Trying to send it center ice, but he's knocked aside as he tries to do so. Now behind the net, looking for someone to feed it to. He cycles up top, dumps it behind him, and it's lost. That was a good stick to deflect it into the Wildcat zone. Right corner, Prunier's there, goes down on the puck, and now it's picked up, loose in the left circle. And now out of the zone, Gardner has to play it back. Now they're bringing it across the blue line after some lateral play, and now it's picked up by Brady Pareda. Dropped behind him by Laurie. Shot blocked. Jurek was on the shot there, and Hall just checked onto the ice. Plays it forward to Pareda, who runs off for a line change. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first period, scoreless in the home opener for Green Wave. Played back by the Wildcats. Getting plenty of pressure on the forecheck of Greenfield, but now they bring it into their zone. A shove from Lowry is batted down, and a hit delivered against the doors of the penalty box. Cycling behind Smith is Hall. Cuts back again and sends it up to Jurek. Bounces over his stick, and now it's Beckwith in pursuit. and that is an icing. Now, correct me if you think differently, Chris, but I feel like most of the chances that the Wildcats have had so far in this game have been on the rush in transition.
Yeah, Greenfield, Greenwave, they've been doing a great job of defense, keeping the lanes open so that Cooper Smith can see if the puck's coming from, but they've been doing a good job just knocking it down, so they haven't been able to get a clear shot off.
And now Beckwith was in pursuit there, but couldn't quite find the puck in time. Passes behind Bauman, and it's played behind the net by the Wildcats and out of the zone. Bennett over to Hall, now dumped in by Bauman. Line change for Greenwave. Pressure applied there from Matt Garvin, but it's sent out. 2-on-2 here for Gardner. The shot goes wide.
Yep, that's that defense I was talking about. Those two guys got back and were able to deny the shot before it even happened.
Now it's Jurek picking it up at the blue line. Backhand pass, loose in the slot, and it's sent out of play. Good stick on the other end from Gardner.
That was really good awareness there to be able to just flip it behind his back, really, and then set him up for the nice shot. Just happened to get tipped and up and over the glass.
It's an impressive pass and impressive awareness too on the ice from Jake Jurek. Face-off, won by Gardner, but goes around the boards and ends up with Lowry. Getting his stick on it in the battle behind the net. Now has his man in front, but he can't quite connect. Jurek driving to the net. He shoots, body save. And
knocked the net off.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, let's reset that and face off there. Jurek, I know he's looking for those extra points. I mentioned to you before the pregame, Jake Jurek, it's only like 15 points away from having 100 points for his career here.
Yeah.
This is a pretty impressive milestone. So I think he's got 2 goals and 2 assists on the year. So, it's one of those things that, it's a team game, but I'm sure everybody on the team wants to give him that 100 points for a career too.
Yeah, he helped him out a lot last year, leading in goals with, I think, over 20 as a deflected pass is picked up by Sean Bauman. Bauman taken to his left. Shot is sent out of play off the deflection. But good pressure once again towards the end of the period here by Greenfield. And to continue talking about Jurek, he got off to a bit of a slow start in the area of points. He just had his first 2 goals actually last game, I think, against Longmeadow.
Yep.
But he's been getting on the board with the assists.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's like I said, it's in one way or another, he always seems to be contributing to the team. So It's a great player to have on the ice.
And a great teammate, too, I can imagine. As now he's right in the mix. Loose puck picked up by Jurek. Sent over to the right. Garvin is there to cover it. Now behind the net. Just 1 minute to go here in the first. And it's sent out of the Greenwave zone. Jurek is there to battle for it. Sends it back the other way. Now it's Zaranik. Skates over the puck. Garvin picks it up. 45 to go. Still scoreless here. It goes out of the zone. Have to be taken back by Prunier, and now played back in. Brought across the blue line. Slap shot. Loose.
Right
open
there.
net, and it's saved. Valou. Showing off the flexibility with his pads. Fanned on the pass was Gardner, almost picked off, and now Lowry gets back on top of it, trying to send it back in. Jurek driving to the net.
There it is!
Scores! Jurek with his 3rd of the season with just 13 left in the period, and Greenfield's going to go up 1-0.
Yeah, it really seemed that right after they called that 1 minute left to go, it seemed like Greenfield just really turned it on there. I mean, for the past few minutes, it's been a lot of offensive zone time for them. And, like you said, they haven't had a lot of quality chances, but chances are chances, and eventually it goes in. Jake Jurek finds the back of the net there.
And it was a great bit of forecheck to make that happen, too, getting a deflection to break up the pass. And I think that will be Lowry who picks up an assist on the play as well. Now Gardner with one last push as time runs out in the first, and Porter Hall gets knocked down. Sits on the ice for a moment as the buzzer rings out. But that's the first period. A late first goal for Jake Jurek gives Greenfield the lead going into the first intermission here, Chris.
Yeah, you got to be feeling pretty good if you're the Greenfield Green Wave right now. You got that one goal there. You thought you had that first one, got wiped off.
Yeah.
But overall, I think, pressure-wise, they're spending a lot of time on the offensive zone themselves. Anytime that Gardner seems to get over to get a shot off, they've always got somebody in the right place to knock the puck away and keep them from getting quality shots.
Yeah, it's been a good contest being put up by Gardner so far, though, playing plenty aggressive in a lot of different areas of the ice. So, I mean, we'll see if they can just generate some more chances offensively and have some more zone time in the second period. I think that's really what they need to be working on to get themselves back into this one. But we will be back in 15 minutes is what the scoreboard says after the first intermission is done. For the second period, Greenfield is up 1-0 here at home. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, still here with Chris Gilbert. We're coming into the second period here at the Collins Moylan Arena. Greenfield is up 1-0 in their home opener against the Gardner Wildcats. Got off to a strong start, and they're off to a strong start here. Zarani gets tripped up. The shot almost got in. There was an open net, but Jurek was batted off the play, and now Wildcats moving fast the other way. Centering pass. He scores! What a goal! Cullen White, the senior captain, getting his second goal of the season in a gorgeous fashion.
Yeah, looks like Cooper was, concentrating onto his right-hand side with I think it was number 9 was coming down. Looks like Cooper might have tweaked himself a little bit there. He's kind of stretching out a little bit. Hopefully he's all right. But, yeah, just caught him off balance and couldn't quite get back to the left-hand side enough to catch that puck.
It was a fantastic one-timer, though, from White. That's always good to see your captain scoring on your team. That can definitely change things in terms of the morale and momentum that you might be having as a team. Big game changer for the Wildcats as they're pushed back into their zone and break out a little bit here in the neutral zone. Stopped and picked up by Lucas Ciano. Bringing it up the right side. Good handles. Woo! Can't get the shot off to finish the highlight play. Now down goes a player in the slot. Couldn't get a touch on it, was Prunier. And now the Wildcats play it out of their zone. On the left side, taking it up the middle. Breaking up the play there was Beckwith. Now around the boards and out of the Wildcat zone. And an icing.
Yeah, nice thing to see so far. Excuse me. Penalty-free hockey here so far, which is nice to see. One thing I'd like to see Greenfield kind of improve on for the first few. So far, been out of the box. I think Gardner might have gotten away with a trip there early on in the first period, but so far, both teams playing some clean hockey. Oh, that did not feel good.
And down goes Jurek, holding his right ankle. Gets back up, trying to skate it off there, but that was a brave thing to do, blocking the shot, as he actually went airborne to do it, as that actually ends up just about on target from beyond the blue line.
It seems to be moving all right, but I'm sure that's sore.
Now down he goes, and that is going to be the first penalty of the game against Greenfield. Porter Hall, and empty net for, man.
Almost, yeah.
Empty net for the Wildcats. They've got 6 men on the ice right now. In the slot, deflected down. Still handling it on the near side. In a scrum, waiting for the ref's whistle, and there it is with 13 to go in the second period. But it's going to be Hall going to the penalty box here. Shoved down, I believe it was number 8, Gavin Richard, on that play. So he'll be sitting for 2 minutes.
Sure, I'll be hearing about that in the car ride home later.
Yeah. Face-off won by the Wildcats. Richard on the left side, plays it up top. Now to the right circle. Cross, one-timer isn't there for Richard. He's the leading goal scorer for the Wildcats right now on the season with 3, as that shot gets turned aside by Cooper Smith. Fighting for it on the boards, and that is pitched out of the zone. A good clear. I think that was Lowry on the play, and applying some forecheck here.
Yeah, Greenfield's actually done very well in the power play this year. Actually had a couple of shorthanded goals, and it looks like an opportunity here. Oh, nice block, though.
Good save there from Valou.
That's Jack Lowry with an opportunity.
And he's got a great shot for a defenseman as well, Chris. Had his fair share of goals last year, I remember.
Yep.
And now that's broken up as it crosses the blue line. Richard upset with himself. 50 seconds to go on the Gardner power play. around the boards. Broken up. Lowry had it for a moment there. Now moving forward, sends it through traffic.
Oh, nice stop for Smith.
Good save there with 38 to go. And the second unit is going to come out for the Wildcats and for Greenwave. It looks like the only player staying on the ice for Greenfield is going to be Jack Lowry. Mihailovic wins the faceoff for the Wildcats. Played off the boards. Mihailovic in pursuit, and he lets it go by him to his teammate Lapointe. Mihailovic back to Lapointe. Back to Mihailovic. Getting shut down in the corner by Jack Lowry, and now it ends up back up top with Barlow. Driving the net, Mihailovic, and it's sent out wide. 10 seconds to go in the power play.
Yeah, great power play shift for the Green Wave here. Didn't give the Wildcats many opportunities to look at the goal. And just like that, power play's over.
And Hall back on the ice, skates right over to the bench. And it's going to be Sean Bauman who takes his place out there as the third forward. Around behind Smith. Petrin can't pick it up on the boards. And now a slow shot turned aside and gloved by Cooper Smith. With 10:40 left in the second period, we're tied 1-1.
Yeah, it seems like other than that opening face-off, it's been pretty much all Gardner here. I mean, they've had their power play for those 2 minutes, but for the most part, spending a lot of time down in the Green Wave zone.
As now Greenfield wins that face-off, knocks it out of the zone, and here comes Sean Beckwith. One-on-one, the wrist shot, and he goes down after the play.
Yeah. Didn't have anybody behind him to pick up the rebound.
But Hall sends it back into the play. Back on it again around the boards. Ciano picks it up, driving to the slot, loose off the skate of Sean Bauman, and he's playing it in the near corner here, grappling for it. Sent out to Gardner, and that is out of play. Do they have delay of game penalties at this level, Chris?
Delay of game? Not really, no.
Okay.
No.
Because I was going to say, in the NHL, that would be a delay of game. Sending it out of play without any kind of deflection. He flipped out. He was trying to get it out, but misdirected it, and it ended up in the net.
You'll see that happen many times. It just leads to a face-off here.
Yeah. Jurek wins it out of the zone, and Hall chips it back in. Looked like Bennett fell down earlier in the play, and he can't get a stick on it now. That ends up on goal, and Smith has to turn it aside. Bennett goes down hard. That is going to be a boarding penalty.
Oh, good to see him get up. Yeah, looked like he went almost face first into the board, so good to see him up and moving. Probably pretty shaken up, but
yeah, definitely, and he's getting
like he's favoring that left arm a little bit too. Hopefully he's all right.
Gets himself over to the bench. And that's going to be Matt Whaley in the box right now for the Wildcats.
Oh, got two players in.
Oh.
No, I didn't really see what happened with Garvin there. Maybe a little extra clicker after the play, maybe?
Yeah. There was a bit of shoving, but I didn't think they were going to call something for it. So we'll have a 4-on-4, I guess, unless they're just going to play with 5
No,
on
they'll
the
keep
ice.
it 5-on-5 with those two guys in the box. Out ahead, he's got an opportunity if he can track it down.
Beckwith turned the speed up, gets to the puck in time, now trying to play it along the boards. Loses it here as he's triple teamed, but now coming back on it. Shot is sent wide by Ciano. Picked up along the boards, but missed. That was Prunier who almost had it. Now on the other side, that was Lowry who just went down as he sent it along the boards. Bauman fighting for it. Now on the circle, it's sent not out.
Oh, it's in! No way!
What a deflection from Ciano. It was going wide to the left, and Ciano redirected it completely.
Wow, that was incredible.
Crazy goal right there. I mean, nothing Valou could have done there. He actually, I mean, he made most of the save. It rolled very slowly into the back of the net.
I think that's kind of what threw him off guard. Usually you don't see those slow ones coming in like that.
Yeah. And I think he actually thought that he got it. It was between his legs, and I think he's like, oh, I got it. Where did it go? I'm just going to trap it. And
yeah.
Wow.
That was the first one on the year for Luca.
Hey, it's a great one. So now Greenfield retakes the lead with 9 minutes to go in the second. Around the boards it goes off the face-off, as there was not an offside call. There was a good stretch there from Smith to turn it aside. So now Wildcats look to find an answer. Pass a little too far for Pareda, as it's going to be covered up by Valou. Forcing a face-off on the right dot. Jurek ready for the face-off. He wins it. Goes back to Petrin, who sends it back in. Barely keeping it across the blue line, and Jurek gets triple teamed, sent out. Petrin covers it up, backhand into the neutral zone. Now off the board, sent right back to him by the defense, Jurek. And now it's Pareda, can't quite stay with it, it was knocked aside. And Petrin gets knocked down, just lost his footing it looked like, as he ices the puck. Line changes here for both teams, it looks like. It'll be Lowry and Prunier, the two defensemen for Greenwave. Bauman, Ciano, and Beckwith, the forward. Ciano wins the faceoff, chipped out of the zone. Beckwith in pursuit, couldn't quite get there, but now it's picked up. Bauman. Something called here. Not sure exactly what it was. I think it was an offside as they're moving it back, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't see the hand go up there, but.
Yeah, it seems like Greenwave's got a little extra pep in the step after Caleb got put into the boards there.
Crotty loses the face-off against Ciano, and it's sent along the boards. Crosses the blue line, and now Greenwave pushes back on offense. Lowry dragging it back in. Loose in front of the net, and it's covered up by Valou. Lost it for a moment there, and it looks like that was actually underneath his pad.
Yeah, that was good. You got to give credit to Valou. He's been solid here at net all night.
Faced a lot of pressure from Greenwave. The defense for him was, and Gardner was pretty solid earlier on, especially in the first period, but it's in recent minutes, it's been struggling.
Yeah, you wonder.
But now a good feed. Wildcats with a chance. Good save. Turned it away from Cooper Smith. And that was Cullen White, who could have passed it over to his left, but took the wrist shot instead. Around the boards, Bauman just sends it forward into the zone. Sent back out off of the hands, it looks like, or the stick. And offside if they had picked it up, but it's brought back the other way. Garvin sends it wide to the left. Why not? And wide to the right on the other side. It was Lowry on that second shot. Fighting forward on it was Prunier, but now he has to drop back. Breaks up the pass, and it looked like that was Zoronic who sent it forward. Here comes Jake Jurek on the right side. Loses the puck in the corner now. And that's Tyler Orcutt using some of his height to get the puck free. Kept in the zone by Lowry, but now it's sent back out.
Bit of a height difference on that hit there.
Yeah.
Number 7 there. Who was that? That was Tyler Orcutt. No, he stood pretty tall.
Wrist shot is blocked. That could be something dangerous if that height difference can create some dangerous opportunities with an elbow if he doesn't get it down really low.
Yep.
Now it's Zaranig in the neutral zone. Back to Zaranig. Picked up by Karate. Tries the centering pass, and it's too hard. But there's a good board from Porter Hall. Moving the puck up the other way is Greenwave. 6 minutes to go in the second period. They have a 2-1 lead against the Gardner Wildcats in their home opener. Picked up on the boards and sent out of play off a deflection.
Yeah, looks like almost 5 minutes, 45 seconds left here in the second period. Like I said, it's been a pretty physical game.
Definitely.
A lot of big hits laid out by Gardner. You gotta wonder when fatigue starts to set in here, but
yeah, especially if that's a main point of their just general play. What are they going to do to replace that aspect of it if they get tired in the final minutes of the second here and even in the third? Beckwith with a nice stick to keep it in the neutral zone, and now it's dumped in by Lowry. Ciano on the pressure, and the hit comes from Beckwith. Spinning around there, receiving the hit. That was number 13, Michael Lucas. And Greenwave brings it up through the neutral zone. Lowry dumps it behind him. No one there to receive, but that would have been a pretty pass. Now a 3-on-1, taking the shot himself. Glove down by Cooper Smith. Giving Justin Hawk some love there after the play.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I think Cooper stops that 10 times out of 10. He can do that with his eyes closed. Kid's been solid all season.
And it's a great thing to have Smith in the crease this year. He was the starting goalie for Greenwave last year, his sophomore year. And so you guys will have him for next year as well, as he's only a junior. So to have a goalie with that kind of experience is something this program is really going to value.
Oh, no kidding. Way back. So, inside information from our cameraman Kevin Murphy back here. Cooper Smith, FCAT camera operator back in the day. Fantastic. Great to see him on ice.
How long ago was that? 4 or 5 years. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Man. Meanwhile, on the ice, Velo covered up a shot. I believe it was from Matt Garvin. And it's going to be a face-off taken by Jurek, and one kept in the zone by Hall. One-timer.
Another one of those little, like, slow dribblers that seem to caught him off guard, but
that's, I mean, at this level, that's what you can expect from most one-timers. That's, you get most of it to send it in just about the right direction, but sometimes the speed really isn't quite there. But that was a good shot from Will Petrin on the back line.
Hey, you see a couple. If Matt Garvin ever gets a hold of one of those, geez, that guy puts a lot behind that puck.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can expect that be why he has 5 goals on the season right now. Because that's a nice touch from Lowry to try and get it out of the zone, and now he flips it out. Gets past the defense. Jurek picks it up in the corner, and now around the boards. Might look for a wraparound try, but he brings it out to the right circle. Keeps it himself, looking for someone to pass to as he goes down. Thought there was a call there, but no one raised the hand in the stripes. Loose in the slot. Shot turned aside by Smith. Now in the right corner, Lowry picks it up off his skates. Loose again. Garvin. Now Lowry takes a hit, and the shot goes wide around the boards again. Lowry. Greenwave struggling to clear here, and now it's picked up by Garvin with some room, and he dumps it around the boards, but it stays in the zone.
Ooh.
Sent wide, open net for a moment there if they could have gotten a hold of it, and now Gardner plays it back.
Yeah, almost had a bad deflection off of a Greenwave player, went back towards the net.
Yeah,
Luckily.
It was Karate who almost had a chance, but he overskated the play as well.
Yep.
So now Prunier gets knocked down at center ice, and that is just covered up by Velu, not wanting to take any chances. He'll try his luck on the face-off here. With 3:13 to go in the second period, it's been scoreless since that last goal from Greenwave to give them the lead back. It was Ciano who picked that up on a deflection, and now some pressure on Valu again. Play is blown dead by the official. Looks like we might get another face-off here. And it's Hall and Bennett, the defensive pair. Ciano, Beckwith, and Bauman, the forwards. Kept in the zone by Bennett, but now brought forward by the Wildcats as we hit 3 minutes left in the second. Up top, and a nice glove save from Cooper Smith. He was ready for that one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Greenwave finishes off this period. Just under 3 minutes to go, but you saw at the end of that first period, they really ratcheted up the pace, and that paid off for them with that goal late. So,
yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing that you love to see a team do in those final moments, just giving it everything they got. And it worked for them last time. A lot of pressure, and ended up in that leading goal from Jurek. As now that's sent out of the zone. In pursuit is Sean Beckwith, and it will be an icing. Line change here for the forwards of Gardner. Aiden LaPointe, Justin Hawk, and that's Mason Decker who's coming onto the dot. Greenwave making a couple changes here as well. Hustling back onto the dot is Decker. Wins the face-off. And now it's sent back around the board. Still a point. Takes a hit from Lowry, and it's dumped out of the zone. No icing. Sent back up out of Greenfield zone, and now in pursuit is LaPointe. Gets a shot off somehow. And now the clear is there for Greenwave. Pass doesn't connect. Hawk wondering how he got his stick on it, but now pass intercepted barely wide. Almost had a great goal there.
Yeah, Greenwave got lucky with that one there. I mean, didn't quite see who got the shot off on that one, but caught Cooper off a little bit, and they had a window to get it in there, but just a little bit too far to the outside.
But now it's picked off on the boards. Oh, and a big hit delivered to Gardner, but he stays on his feet. Almost picks up the puck right on the left circle, too, and down goes Hawk.
I think Hawk was the one that delivered the hit, wasn't it?
Might have been the hit. It might have been a high stick. But he goes down all of a sudden, looks to be shaken up, and they're going to take a break on the ice, and we're going to take a break up here. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. Justin Hawk was helped off of the ice by his teammates, mostly on his own power it seemed, and just shaken up on that last play for whatever reason. Still not really sure why. And now it seems to be Matt Garvin having a conversation with the official here, right on the face-off. And Greenfield wins it, but it's taken away by Gardner, sent into their offensive zone. Just over a minute to go here in the second period. 2-1 lead, Greenwave. Let's see if they can turn on the heat like they did before. Maybe it will be Gardner this time, as now they move quickly with Richard bringing it across the blue line. They pass it back, now it's picked off. Going the other way, Zaranik loses it. And play is blown dead. Offside call on Greenwave there. Substitutions coming in with just 53 seconds left in the second. Ciano wins the faceoff. He's been great on the dots so far tonight. Off the glass, quick shot. Wrister is turned down. And we'll be having another face-off here.
Oh, they got somebody for cross-check. Yep.
Oh, and it's going to be Prunier. So we'll see 44 seconds of a power play being dealt out at the end of the second here. And the rest of it, a minute 16, will be on the other end of intermission at the start of the third period. Beckwith in pursuit here, but now he cycles off. The back pass, and now they bring it across the red line, and now the blue. Richard was the guy on the puck there, and he brings it around all of the way across the boards. Up top, now on the left circle, fires a shot turned aside. Coming up in the slot, he wants to try it again. Loose, oh, a diving save made by Smith. Just 2 seconds to go, and he turns it aside again. And a great stand from Cooper Smith.
Yeah, his teammates are rallying around him too. They know Cooper saved him on that one.
Incredible job again from 31 in the crease. And it stays 2-1, Greenfield in the lead.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Greenwave responds. It's the first time all year they've had like a tight game. First 3 games of the season, it's been pretty much decided before the third period even started. So to see a tight game like this, facing a bit of pressure, it'll be interesting to see, especially since they got a minute 16 and then the penalty to start the third period.
It'll be an odd place to start for them coming back from intermission, but a personal stake for Cooper Smith in this game as well. He's only let up a goal per game so far this year, and he already let up that 1 goal earlier tonight, so he's trying to keep that consistent. But I think more than that, he's trying to keep it consistent for the team's win.
Oh, sure.
Getting some love from his teammates here at the end of the second period. As he keeps the score 2-1, we go to the second intermission here at the Collins Moylan Arena. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm still Mason Smith here with Chris Gilbert at the Collins Moylan Arena here in Greenfield. Closing out the home opener for the Greenwave hockey team here tonight. They're up 2-1 starting off the third period. They will be a man down for a minute 10 here. Gardner picked up their, I think it would be their second power play, right?
Yep.
Second power play of the night?
Yep.
Yeah. It was a cross check against Anson Prunier.
Yeah, we're talking off air a little bit. Be interesting to see how Greenwave comes out. It's the first time all year that they've been in a tight battle here going into the start of the third period. So a bit of pressure here. Usually their first few games they've been ahead by 3, 4, 5, 6 plus goals.
Yeah.
So to be up just one and a man down here to start third period, it'd be interesting to see how they respond.
Yeah, their biggest win so far this year was a 7-1 win against Amherst, which is, I mean, as someone who hasn't even covered that many of their games, I can say that's a bit of a surprise for me. Amherst usually is a pretty sizable opponent for them.
Yeah, Amherst has a solid program out there, so it was a bit of a surprise because they got out to a hot start. Like even in the first period, I think they got out to like a 3-0 goal lead over Amherst.
And with that hit from Sean Beckwith, the penalty will be over. An effective kill yet again. And a shot on target there. Valou has to make a save, and it's sent around the boards by Greenwave. Petrin comes on for Hall on the back end. And now Gardner moves it through the neutral zone, batted out by Greenwave. And now the Wildcats recovering here, moving it back forward. Stuck on the boards. And it's Lowry going through traffic. Lowry lays down the shoulder, gets the shot off, and it's turned aside by Valou. He's on his back.
Down. Still down.
Open
puck's
net.
still loose.
Ciano, it looked like he chipped it in, but Valou keeps it out. Huge effort from him in the defense.
Incredible.
Now Greenfield trying to put it back while they have them on their heels. Smith almost had to make a play on that puck, but it's Prunier on the back check. Turns around, makes the shot, and it's gloved down by Cooper Smith.
Yeah, back to that sequence there, that the opportunities that Greenwave had. It was just a lot of bodies down in front of the net.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of somebody trying to get a stick on the puck to get it in there, but that much traffic is just garbage time in front of the net, and just Valou, incredible once again.
And that was Luca Ciano. You could see him. He just banged his stick against the ice there. He was upset at himself that he couldn't put it away, as two shots are turned aside quickly by Cooper Smith. That's a nice move up the boards from Beckwith, but he can't get it farther than the red line. Around the boards, Wildcats move it forward with White. Now behind the net, they bring it out to the side. Ooh. Rebound isn't there. Now off of the elbow, it looks like.
These goalies are doing a fantastic job this evening.
And that is going to be a penalty on Sean Beckwith, taking down Gavin Richard, it looked like, yeah. And he's upset about it. Tripping call, it looked like it was.
Yeah, as we talked about even in the pregame, I think it was, penalties. Haven't been that many this evening, but at some point it's gonna cost them. And third period now, they're on the defense here again.
But they break out off the face-off, and now they drop back. Still applying the pressure, though, is Sean Bauman. Takes down a Wildcat behind the net. It's him and Garvin. Now Garvin gets mixed up with Lowry, who gets a shot off on goal. Short-handed opportunities here for Greenwave. Wildcats ended up pinned down in their own end as Garvin deflects the pass. It will end up across the blue line and into the offensive zone for the Wildcats, brought across by Colin White. Now it's back up top. Patel takes the shot, and it's gloved down by Smith.
Yeah, this power play unit they got on the ice is doing really well. You can see them communicating with each other, pointing out where they should be and who's taking what. Great job so far. Still got 1:09 left on these power play for Gardner, but Greenwave doing a great job.
LaPointe comes onto the ice for Patel on the Wildcats end of things. Off the glass, and a nice clear on target. That was from Jack Lowry. Don't know how he did that. But again, some good pressure from Sean Bauman. Prunier clears it back out again. Very little time in the offensive zone for the Wildcats on their power play. The kill has been fantastic from Greenfield, Chris.
Really has. I mean, it's all season. You know, unfortunately, we've had to see them do it quite often, but you know, when they've done it, they've been juggled a little bit, but Cooper Smith, they're able to snag that one. Like I said, they've had plenty of experience, practice with these penalty kills now. But it's good to see that they're performing as a unit, communicating with each other, and making sure that everybody knows their task.
Well, it looks like it's been paying off, at least so far in this game, as the face-off gets a shot off immediately, goes wide to the left, can't pick it up off the boards. And now Greenwave moves it the other way. Garvin, it's 14 against 14. Mikey Quinn, the other 14 for the Wildcats, and he slings it around the boards. Moving fast across the blue line. Pass back, looking for a shot from the left circle, and it's deflected high. Stays in play, didn't hit the netting. And now, close range shot. He scores! Gavin Richard with his 4th of the season.
Right at the end of the power play, too. Had 1 second left on that power play before they get back on 5-5, but tied up game now. Just under 10 minutes left to go. See if Greenwave can produce some offensive chances.
Now, since we've gotten into there's plenty of time left here, as you said, 9:51 on the clock, but we're tied now. So the question comes up of what happens if we end the third period with a tie. What kind of rules do we have after that in high school, Chris?
Yeah, so they'll go ahead and they'll do, I believe it's like a 5-minute period of 5-on-5. Oh, another opportunity.
Zoronig dragging the toe, and he can't get the shot to go. This is a great job going right up the slot, and that is a good shot turned aside by an even better play from Cooper Smith. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats behind the net. Moving shot knocked down and gloved. So the 5-minute overtime period, and we can have will it end after that? Because I mean, tournament I imagine is different, of course, because you gotta have a win.
Cannot end in a tie. But yeah, no, hockey games can end in a tie.
Yeah, so it'll end after the 5-minute overtime period. So that's what we'll be looking forward to if there's no more marks on the chalkboard in the next 9 minutes, as that is a heavy collision.
They're still jarring back and forth. It's got to watch out. They don't want 2 penalties on each other.
And it looks like, this is going to be a penalty against the Wildcats as it was delayed. That's going to be interference, it looks like. Wow. That was a nasty collision right at the blue line, Chris.
Yep, it was. But, emotions are starting to run high. Like I said, you got to keep your emotions in check. Now's the time when you need to focus and really, you don't want to put your team in a spot where they're behind like this.
And now here's the time when Greenfield can really strike their first power play of the game. There was that penalty against the Wildcats previously that was offset by a penalty against Greenwave, but Garvin controls at the top.
Shot on goal.
Slap shot right there. Big windup. It was turned aside by Valu. Now it's Jurek on the low line. Around the net, Valu tracking, turns it aside. Now it's picked up by Bauman. Some good pressure here, good control. Now Jurek coming in hot on the right side. Wants the wraparound chance, feeds it in. Nice! Scores! Matt Garvin!
There it is.
What a play, and another point for Jake Jurek.
Awesome. I was just going to comment, Greenwave had a lot of great movement down there. You can see the puck going around.
It's a fantastic sequence.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Looks like somebody's going in the box. I'm not really sure. Somebody for Greenwave going in the box. Unsportsmanlike, maybe?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Jurek, yeah. Let's see what they see over the PA. Didn't see anything unusual.
Yeah. I didn't see anything physical, at least. It might have been some comments he said. I'm not sure.
Huh.
Fans definitely upset about that. But it won't be now. Wait a minute here. Yeah, this is the question. So, is it? It won't be a power play. It'll just be some timeout, and not on the ice for Jake Jurek after the assist. And now almost a chance right in the slot again for Greenwave.
Assisted by number 2, Jake Jurek, and assisted by number 7, Sean Bauman.
Yeah, didn't quite get the call that the music going at the same time.
I
Couldn't figure out exactly what the penalty was. I didn't see anything, but yeah, they got 2 minutes in the box for Jake Jurek.
Yeah, I have to imagine it was unsportsmanlike conduct, something he might have said to one of the players after the goal, which, you know, like you were saying, Chris, emotions are running high, and, you know, a pivotal goal like that can get someone fired up.
Yeah, and the same thing with being such a physical game. You know, I'm sure these guys are getting sick of getting banged around, so
yeah,
they're starting to get a bit emotional out there. It was understandable, but
now shot blocked by Beckwith. He takes it out himself, splits the double team, and it stays in the zone for Greenwave. Looking for a chance here, but no one can pick up the puck, and it's sent out across the blue line. Now they'll launch it back in. Beckwith opts not to and checks onto the bench. Fresh off the bench was Sean Bauman, who almost had a touch on the puck there. But now he drops back to play defense. Ciano picks it up. And behind the net was looking for Lowry, but he couldn't get there fast enough. Fanned on the pass and couldn't get it out of the zone was Greenwave. Now on the right circle. Motion in the slot, but Lowry's there to shut it down. The clear was a pass intended for Matt Garvin, turned away and now wrapped around the boards. Fought forward for a moment there, and now between the legs of, that was Michael Lucas. Now Greenwave pushing in their offensive zone again, fighting for the puck in the right corner. That was Brady Pareda who was in the mix. And now getting stopped at the blue line by Porter Hall, but they finally bring it across. Crotty on the carry. And now in the near corner, it's Hall. No look pass up the boards. No icing, it was deflected. Zorana gets there first. Stays with it as he takes a check. And now it's out of the zone. Petrin racing for it. Almost gets beat, but takes a hit. And now loose in front.
Yep.
No one there just about for the Wildcats, but they keep it in their zone.
Oh, nice, Cooper. Oh,
Off
Cooper.
the crossbar, it sounded like.
Yeah, he had a nice save just before that, but rebound went straight back to Gardner. He got another quick one off.
Huge effort, and the heat is turning up from Gardner, but a big misstep there as they send it out of their own zone. In pursuit, Patel. Now the wrists are off the boards, deflected and calmed down by Petrin, and he clears it.
Ooh, yeah, Greenfield needs that. I mean,
yeah.
Gardner came out with quite the surge there for a few minutes, had some great opportunities. Like I said, Cooper, he had made a great save, and as he was down after that, Gardner had a quick rebound, came right back at him off the post. Luckily, the deflection went out, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's a highlight reel save right there. Just laying yourself out, getting the glove up high. It's just fun stuff to watch, and Valou covers it up on the other end right off the face-off. Still 3-2 the score. Matt Garvin with the crucial goal to give Greenwave the lead. He's out on the ice right now on the left circle, but it ends up on the other side of the ice. We've got 5 minutes to go in the third period. Gardner trying to get themselves back in this with an equalizing goal, and that's a nice touch off the boards. Now the rush coming in hot, can't get a shot off. That was a great stick there from Matt Garvin.
Yeah, great pressure all the way down ice, making sure they didn't have any easy opportunities there. Just enough to get them to bounce that out, and Cooper Smith was able to jump on it.
Now, a few words have been exchanged here between Colin White and Matt Garvin. Garvin delivered a bit of a shove to him afterwards, and Ciano was trying to calm down the situation, but Garvin just checked onto the bench and skated right past White, who turned around and had a few words to say to him.
Yeah, it's one thing with Garvin. He's
he's a fiery player.
Yeah, we'll put it that way. Great talent for sure.
Yeah.
But sometimes lets the emotions get the best of him, I think. Oh, Porter with a breakaway here.
1-on-2 for Hall, and now he's joined by Pareda. Got the puck poked away from him there. Looked like he was about to make a pass. And, tripped up.
Collides with his own teammate there.
Smith comes out to play it, gets it over both of the Wildcats. Zaranig tied up on the boards, knocks down one of Gardner's players, LaPointe. And now in the far corner, brought around, broken up. Lowry surveys, can't get the centering pass to clear, and now it's sent back in by the Wildcats. They'll play it back up top. And now, looking for a chance here is Greenwave, but they will fade off of it as they go for a line change instead. Some fresh bodies on the ice for
nice.
Greenfield. And that was a great stick from Prunier. Now it's Hall up across the neutral zone and taken back by the Wildcats, but no one there to receive the pass. And out of play into the netting.
Well, once again, it seems like Gardner's keeping the pressure on. Spent an awful lot of time down here in the Greenwave zone. Greenwave just trying to get it out of there. But defense is holding up. 3:25 left to go in the third period.
Some of the best defense is going to be aggressive defense, and that's what we've seen from Greenfield so far tonight, Chris, as Hall sends it around the boards. Stopped by a couple skates there. He tries again. Stopped by a stick this time. And the third time it will be cleared out of Greenfield's zone. Now that's a nice move from Ciano, but he can't stay with it as it's brought up by Crotty. Putting his body in the way, and some miscommunication. It looked like there was going to be a shot there from Mihailovic, but now here's the chance. Ciano, he shoots and it's saved.
Valou with a nice one there. Had two guys down there, opted to go for the shot instead of taking the pass, but Valou right there to knock it down.
And it was a good job on defense, too, as well. He couldn't quite get there in time to really make much of a play physically on him, but having that defensive presence to his left, I mean, that just takes out so many options to try and fool the goalie, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now the clear attempt is batted down by the hand of Lowry, and
simple hand pass.
Yeah. .238 in the third period. The Matt Garvin goal has given Greenfield the lead here. And some good shows on defense and in the crease from Greenwave have kept that lead alive, as now Lowry keeps it with himself off the hands and sends it out of play. Couple fresh bodies on the ice for both teams here. Gardner's really going to be finding in these last 2:20 here, Chris, threatening a chance of moving to 0-3 to start their season, something they really don't want.
Nobody wants that. It'd be interesting to see if Coach takes advantage of maybe pulling the goalie at some point to get that extra man on the ice.
Yeah.
Still got plenty of time left, but we'll see once it starts getting down, see what the coach decides to do.
Yeah, they're going to have to be careful with that. The Greenwave have been pretty aggressive in all aspects of the game so far today, as that is saved by both hands of Cooper Smith. But that's the kind of thing that you don't want to be doing too early in the game, maybe with just 1 minute left or something around there. You see a lot of NHL coaches pulling their goalies with 3, even 4 minutes left in the game of a score just like this, and that's something that, for me, just seems very baffling.
Yeah, I'm not up to date on all the analytics of, what your chances are.
Exactly,
but,
yeah.
3 minutes is a lot of time to play hockey, so, I'd like to have a goalie in there as long as I can.
As a bad touch from Matt Whaley, he couldn't keep it in the zone, and line judge was screaming the offsides so everyone could hear it. But now here comes the forecheck from Greenwave with 1:40 to go. They're going to try and keep it in their zone as much as they can to prevent the net from being empty and Gardner from getting that extra skater on.
Yeah, just seeing if you can possess the puck as long as you can, chew up some of the clock, but you don't want to just play defense all the time.
Bringing around from the right side, the centering pass was almost there, and not being able to control it was Mihailovic, and now it's an empty net. Extra skater on for the Wildcats. Smith can't knock it down. Almost a shot from Mihailovic, but he couldn't control. Now it's dumped back out, and it's offsides. Couldn't be kept in the zone by, that was Mikey Quinn, who couldn't quite execute the play. And
like Gardner's sticking with the open net here.
Or no, they've called a timeout, so they will have a face-off on that dot, which the puck is resting on right now. But I have to imagine that it was Gardner that went and called the timeout there, Chris. They're the ones that are down here with just 66 seconds left in the game, and part of that whole decision that they could be making is, are we going to keep our net empty off of the face-off?
Yeah, by the looks of it, they are. I mean, looks like goalie's getting pretty comfortable over there. Coach, excuse me, drawing up a play. So,
yeah. And someone I'm realizing, Jurek is still in the penalty box here. I don't remember exactly when he went to the penalty box, but it could be. I mean, it's a personal penalty, not for the whole team, where it's
I imagine it could have been that unsportsmanlike and kind of disqualified for the rest of the event by the looks of it. Like I said, didn't see anything, but
the only other thing that I'm seeing that it could be would be a 5-minute penalty, and it was delivered with under 5 minutes, but I don't know if that's when he was sent to I can't remember exactly what time it was. So now we enter the final minute of play in the game here. 1 goal difference and an empty net. In pursuit, it's Pareda. He scores! Pareda closes it out with the empty netter just seconds after the face-off, and that will do it.
Jurek out of the penalty box too, so this will be that goal alleviate any of his penalty time.
Getting plenty of support along the boards from his friends. Four to 2 here after the empty netter from Pareda. And give him some credit for turning on the Jets there to finish it off. But Gardner hasn't quite given up yet as that slides into the crease. Kept alive behind the net. Playing pass, and now the backhand try. Gets knocked down. Ciano sends it deep. And Valou is there to shut it down. 20 seconds left. Lowry to play it. Gets knocked off the puck. Shoves him away. and they send it back down again, and it will be an icing with 10 to go. Some fans leaving the arena here trying to get out of the cold, even though, I mean, you can't really get out of the cold. It's late December. What are you going to do? Face-off kept behind Smith, and that is going to do it. Greenfield walks away with a home opener win, moving to 4-0 on the season, the closest win they've had so far, but it's finished off with an empty netter by Brady Pareda.
Yeah, tight game. Great battle from both teams, I gotta
Absolutely.
say. I mean, they both played very hard. Came down to just, we'll call it one goal. They had the empty netter there at the end, but tight game the whole way. There was, at no point did you think anybody was really going to take control of this game.
Yeah, and so their next game is going to be in 2 days at Lunenburg, and their next home game will be on the 28th. That'll be against Longmeadow, who they already faced and beat 6-1. So we'll see if we can make it out to that one. And we've also got some plans here on FCAT to see if we can try and make it out to a couple Frontier basketball games, both boys and girls, over this winter break. But we'll try and give ourselves a rest here and there, I think. But if we don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas. And we hope you all are having a wonderful holiday break that's just started here in our school district, at least. So, closing it out with a win here, moving to 4-0 is the Greenfield Greenwave, continuing that strong start to the season. I've been Mason Smith here with Chris Gilbert. You've been watching Frontier Community Access Television. Have a great night.